Hello. And this is our coverage of the 2024 European Championship, or as popularly known it as the Euros. We'll be looking at the group by group breakdown of the Euros in 2024. And I just always love to have this man on my show. I don't just know why I keep on having him, man, because we are partners. We are not just, he's not just a guest, he's a partner of this show. And there's no dull moment with him on Fancy Football. And also, Adedeji, good day, and how are you?
Good day, and thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to be part of our show. And like I said, club football is over. Let's now focus on the Euros, where the best countries in Europe gather to feast. So hopefully, to be a jolly ride throughout the Euros.
Okay, we've looked at the African Nations Cup. Now this is time for the European Nations Cup. That's how it has to be. But there's always guy when it comes to Europe. There's always guy tweets. They say the European Championship,
Championship,
the European
absolutely.
Championship. But it is the European Nations Cup, whether we like it or not. And it's going to be an exciting moment of football for, let's say, over for a month, starting from 14th of June to thereabout 13th of July. So no, so let's look at Group A, and we have the European powerhouse of Germany, Scotland, Hungary, and Sweden. Now, if you look at this group, you say the Germans are favourite to qualify for this group. The Scotland, I think it's been a long time they've been in tournaments, but now I think they are gradually with Steve Clark in that seat. He's gradually making sure that the Scottish national team have a say in the Euros or in the World Cup, and in every tournament they will compete. You look at Hungary, you look at Switzerland, which I think they always give a good account of themselves in any tournament they've played in the Euros, in the European Nations Cup, uh, and in the World Cup as well. And we know that they're a very difficult nut to crack when it comes to football. They have this team that is made up of powerful men, powerful young boys, the likes of Akanji, Granadzaka, a host of them in that team. But let's start with Germany and let's look at the German national team. And the German national team never cease to amaze me. They always also give account of themselves. Four times World Cup winners, as we all know, a very strong team, very powerful team that is made up of mechanical and technical players. Now, what's your take about the German team? And when you look at the German professional squad going into this Euro, I know they are hosting it, and basically they'll be tagged as one of the favorite to win the Euros. So, what's your take about the team?
First of all, I think it's a blend of both youth and experience. We all know there is no Marco Rios, there is no Matt Hummels, no Karim Adeyemi, but I think some of the players in that team has had a cracking season. The likes of Jonathan Tah, Bayer Leverkusen, not forgetting it from Florian Wirtz, the Bundesliga Player of the Year. Also in
Yeah.
that team, you've got Soderberg, the defender of Borussia Dortmund. I think he's a fantastic young player, a player for the future. So it's a mixture of the old and the new. Some of the older guys like Leroy Sané. You've got them there, and they've got some quality players in the midfield like Tony Cruz, who is making his final hooray and in national team football as well. You've got Ike Wudowan, what a player that guy has been, a servant of Manchester City and of course Barcelona. And like I said, Manuel Neuer as well, who is also in that squad, he's like a furniture in the German national team. So I think they've got a very good blend of experience and youth, albeit the fact that they've had bad performances in national teams competitions in recent times. I think they were dumped out of the group stages of the World Cup. They've not had a good run in the past two or three editions. They've not had a good run in the Euro since the last time they got to the final, where they were beaten by, a certain man, Mario Balotelli. When they got to the beats, they beat, in that period when they lost, Balotelli beat them in the semi-finals, and they all went ahead to lose to Spain in the final. So they've not had the run of good recent times, and that's why, one man had to leave the job, Hansi Flick, and of course Julian Nagelsmann taking over to try and steer the ship to the right direction. So On paper, they're not in a good place. To be sincere with you, they've had a poor run of form. But you can't take away the mash craft like they call them in Germany, the black and whites. They cannot rule them out in any competition because of the quality of players they have in the team. Added advantage that you are playing in their home turf. Most of them are playing in stadiums that they are very familiar with. They got the support of the fans as well. And Nagelsmann want to use this as a launch pad into his coaching career. I know the last time he was a Bayern Munich manager, he was shown the exit door. So I think they're one of the favorites. We can't rule them out. But if you're looking at the antecedents heading to this tournament, you may say they're not in a good range of form. But I've learned one thing in national team football and in tournament football, form doesn't matter. It's about how well the team gets better as the tournament runs out. But if it's for the quality of players they've got, Germany has always had that array of stars. Maybe not as big as they used to have in those days when they had the Balaks, the Miroslav Kloses of those world. But they've got young players that are willing to make a name for themselves at the highest level. So they're one of the favorites. I think they head into the encounter.
Okay, Manuel Neuer, Mark Andres Stegen for Bayern,
Yeah,
Alexander Noble, and Oliver Baumann. These are the goalkeepers for Bayern Munich. I mean, so sorry, for the German national team.
Germany.
Sorry. You look at their defense, they have the ever dependable Real Madrid defender, Antonio Rudiger, Jonathan
Antonio
Tah.
Rudiger.
Yes, you have Robin Knock. You have Maximilian Malta, who played for Stuttgart, and Stuttgart had a wonderful season.
Rudiger.
No wonder he's in this team.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
You have Nikos Schlottenberg for Borussia
Dortmund.
Dortmund. He also had a wonderful
Yeah.
season, especially we saw him at the final of the Champions League. You have Waldon Anton, Stuttgart. You have a lot of Stuttgart players, Benjamin Hennemann, RB Leipzig, David Riemann, RB Leipzig. So you have a mix of these teams. When we look at the defense, you have Joshua Kimmich, yes. Iken Godwin, yes, he had a good season. Barcelona, though they didn't win the league, and still finished third behind Real Madrid and Girona,
Girona.
who were, yeah.
Yeah.
Then also Leroy Sani, Christian Frock, Stuttgart. You have Pascal Gross, Brighton. I think he's the only player from the. Okay, you have two of them. Karl Havertz also from the Premier League.
Yeah. And Pascal.
Yes, and Pascal Gross. Yeah. So you have a whole lot of players. Florian Waite. No, I'm not forget that you have this giant, big striker, in the person of Nicholas
Brook.
Falkirk. So this is their national team, and should we begin to tag them as one of the favorites for this European Nations Cup?
I think we should not get ahead of ourselves. They can be they look like the I don't want to call them underdog because Germany can never be an underdog in any tournament, but they are the dark horses. If
They
there's
can
any
also
team
be the
that's
dark. They can also you cannot use them as a dark horses as well. I think
I
we
think
can also use.
I can. Where they are right now on the in European football, they could be because that you could list like 6, 7 countries before you call Germany because of how bad they've been in recent times. That's why they sacked Hansi Flick. This man had not played a tournament, but the results were not adding up. If they had gone through a qualifying phase, this team would not make it to the Euros. That was how bad they had been. You get so, but I think they playing at home in front of the fans with the quality of players they've got. A lot of people say they have so many one season wonders, but come on, we don't know what next season will look like with these players in their different clubs. But I foresee a very good outing by this German national team. But I think they will get to the semi-finals, maybe
Okay,
the semi-finals at worst. Yeah,
okay. I didn't mention the man that will be buying out at the end of from international football, from any form of football at the end of the season. Tony Cruz. Okay, let's move on to the Scottish national team. Like I mentioned at the beginning, the Scottish national team or Scotland. Um, we know the teams, the big teams that have played in Scotland. Most of the players that are playing in the Scottish national team, most of them are from either Celtic or Rangers at home.
yeah,
But you still have the likes of Motherwell, the likes of Heart, and some other teams producing really good
and the
players for the Scottish
Robertson,
national.
and the
Exactly.
Robertson. You've got
Yeah,
Kian
yeah,
Triani, left back
exactly.
from
So,
Arsenal. You've got
so
some good players, especially in the
yeah,
midfield
yeah,
as well.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So you have these teams, but basically, but majority of the players that will be playing in this Euro for Scotland will be coming from the Premier League and some from the Championship, and also from Celtic and Rangers. You know
yeah.
that well. They're about. Look at Craig Golden, one time one of the world most expensive keeper. But look at him now; he's in Hearts. You have Angus Gunn. You have these are the goalkeepers. Four goalkeepers. Everybody are given the opportunity to have four goalkeepers in there because of the numbers of squad that have been increased. You have Andy Robertson.
Yeah.
Yes, Liverpool. Kieran Tierney, Real Sociedad, Jack Handy, Alf Al Tafik. That is, he plays in the UAE. Ryan Petros, Watford, Lehman Cooper, Leeds United, Scott McCain, FC
McTominay.
Copenhagen. Not
They've got
McTominay,
Scott
please.
McTominay.
Yeah, yeah, they got
Scott,
that. Yeah, but these are the defense.
McNair. Yeah, give
I'm looking at the
McNair.
defense now. Yeah,
McNair.
yeah.
McNair,
So
McNair as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Craig Taylor, Grant Henover, Norwich City, John Swab, Rangers. Okay, Antonio Roston, Celtic. So they have this blend of players. Let's look at their attack. Colin McGregor, Celtic. Yes, a very brilliant player. I think he has been a wonderful servant for Celtic over there. Ryan
I agree with
Priestley,
you.
Bournemouth. Yeah,
Ryan
Billy.
Priestley. Yeah.
Yes. Then we have the likes of Bill Gilmore, Brighton, Albion.
Yeah.
John McGinn, the ever reliable John McGinn. I
What
hope
a,
he
what a
shine.
player. What a player. What a
Yeah, what a
player.
player for him. Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be then Kenny McLean, Norwich City. Then
McLean.
Scott
Yeah.
McTon. Yeah, then Scott McTominay, Manchester United. I think he's a very good weapon for Scotland, especially when going forward. He knows how to go behind the defense and how to pick up loose ball and slot inside the post. So to announce one for Southampton, congratulations to him. He's back to the Premier League. Ryan Jack Rangers, Charlie Adams also, congratulations to him. He's back to the Premier League for Southampton as well.
Solid Adam. Yeah.
So you have this mix of players for Brighton, for Scotland. Sorry, um, what do you think Scotland will come up with in this Euro?
Their surprise package. See, their midfield of Scott McTominay, Billy Gilmore, John McGinn, McLean. You've got in the attack. You've got Che Adams. You've got they've got a good team. They've got a good team. I think Scott McTominay was their top scorer in the qualifying round. I think he had a
Yeah,
fantastic time playing
yeah,
behind the striker, and for a player of his attribute, and what he does at Man United, he seems to be the people call him the reliever. When teams are not going too well for Man United, they get Scott to
yeah,
the rescue. He's done that as well for. I think his goal scoring ante for Scotland has been massive. So they look like a team that can hurt teams. I think their strength is their midfield. If you allow them to have the possession of the ball, they can hurt you. Gilmore and then McGinn has got a long range of passing, but it's going to be a difficult group. I look at the group very difficult. It's been a long time Scotland has qualified for an international competition. I think even getting into the competition by according with their manager Scott Clark. Uh,
Steve Clark, huh? Steve Clark.
the time, and I quite agree with you. In a group as big as this, it has to be one game at a time. So, but I think they've got ability to go through. I tip them. I tip them to go through. I tip them. I don't know why. I feel they can just sneak through and I get to the next round. But they've got a good team. Like I said, many people will take them for granted, but you take them for granted for a period because, like you said, some of these players are perennial campaigners in the Premier League and the Championship, and most of them either returning back to the Premier League or playing the Premier League, and that tells you that they've got a lot of quality. McGum, see, the goalkeeper McGum was in
Yeah,
the Premier League at some point with is it Norwich City? They've got a good goalkeeper as well. Some of the players in the Scottish League and the Premier League, and they've got a good coach as well, from a former Premier League manager in Clark. So I think they could be a very now I can now see the underdogs headed into this one. They can cause some massive upset. We saw that in the qualifiers when they finished second, and I think
yeah,
they will
against
continue.
Spain. Yeah, they beat
Exactly.
Spain. They beat Spain. Yeah,
They beat Spain in Spain.
yeah,
They beat Spain in Spain, so it is what it
yeah.
is. They can cause some upset. There's something in there for them.
Okay. Okay, kindly subscribe to Fancy Football. Kindly hit the notification bell and try to support this channel so that we will be able to bring you more productions like this going forward. Let's move on. Hungary. How do you
Hmm.
pronounce? Can you pronounce the cap? What's the capital of Hungary, please? Also, I know that.
I'm trying to. I'm hungry. I'm trying to remember the capital again. Look at me. I train under the bus. But
I
um,
I once has I met somebody from Hungary here in the
yeah,
UK here in the UK that I am, and I asked him, how do you pronounce Budapest? He said Budapest.
Budapest.
Yes, he said
I was
Budapest,
thinking with
not
the way
Budapest.
The Englishman pronounce it, Budapest. I forgive them all. I let them do their language. But
He says it's
yeah,
Budapest. So,
Budapest.
yes, one of the biggest player currently playing uh, uh, in Europe for Hungary is
Yeah, captain.
no other
Sort
person
of.
than Dominic Soboslai,
Yeah,
who is their captain. But they have players from the German Bundesliga. Uh, their goalkeeper is from RB Leipzig. They
yeah,
have players. Uh, uh, I think they have players from Hoffenheim. They even have some guy, Milos Kaiset from Bournemouth as well. So
yeah,
they have good players, and we know this Hungary national team. They have they believe in their physical strength. To be frank, I think I've seen them play. They are very strong. Have this tenacity, and no wonder they are in the Euros because they are not a bad team as such. Maybe they don't have this superstar, but they're a very thick and compact team. And also, if you tell me, also one of the underdogs in this team that can cause an upset is also this Hungarian national team. What's your take?
yeah. I quite agree with you. They got some players scattered in Germany. I think they love Germany. The players love the German Bundesliga.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah.
exactly, they seem to love that league. But so I don't get supposed like also from the German Liga as well, from RB Leipzig before I came to
Yeah.
Liverpool. So they love
Yeah.
seem to have a lot of players, a lot of maybe scouts or agents playing their
No, it's
trade.
just it's just the proximity of the two countries.
No,
Very close. Yeah.
it used to be like that for Nigeria. When Nigerian players, when we started going abroad, when we had players going to Belgium,
Yeah.
communication opened the way. So it's just like they will at some point begin to play in top leagues in Europe, but the league has to open the way to them to showcase their talent. Who would have thought that
Exactly.
someone started playing Liverpool this time last 2 seasons when he was still yet quite trying to find his way around? But the guy is an absolute gem. What a
Yeah.
player! Everything that happened to them in the qualifier has come through Dominic Soboslai. He's been a fantastic player. Their first international tournament where they'll be without their top striker Salai, who retired. So it's going to be a tough one for them. Seriously, as much as like you said, they play more compact football because they play like a team. They play together. Even
Yeah.
when someone's play for them, you don't tend to see him until when it's time for the set pieces because he's their
Exactly.
set pieces, free kick, corner kicks. He's got that in his arsenal. But apart from that, they play together. They mark together, they attack together, and I think that's a big issue for the top team because you don't even know who to mark.
Yeah.
Because you try to top someone like there's somebody else who can sniff in those chances and score goals. You try, and these are not big names that you can even say, okay, let's go find out or get their clips for the match that is
The
got
two biggest name, I think the two biggest name here, Soboslai and Willie Orban. Willie Orban, a very
exactly. William
fantastic
plays
defender. Yes, for RB
yes,
Leipzig as well.
or
Yes,
Leipzig as
very
well.
yeah,
Yes, so,
yeah.
it-
The guy that got the equalizer against one of the goals against Real Madrid in, I think in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions
exactly.
League.
One of the
Yes,
Champions League,
captain
yes.
of yeah, I think he's the captain of
But
RB Leipzig. Yeah,
the guy is huge. That guy is an absolute
huge
giant.
defender, very massive, big
Exactly.
defender.
He's
Yes, yeah,
a giant, an absolute giant. So, like I said, I think these are the two guys that we all know, but they play together. And that's what makes teams tick. We've seen tournaments where there is no so called big name in quotes, but when they
yeah,
gather together to feast, they feast together, they work out together, they put in a shift together. And that's what I was expecting from this Hungarian team. I believe they can cause an upset. Like you said, I can call as well. But unfortunately, they have a tough group. Apart from Germany, the other teams in this group look quite evenly matched. So it will be battle for who finished second at the end of the day. But I think they've got that team spirit. Maybe that could be what they can. That could be their let's say their secret weapon, their edge over other teams in this group.
yeah. Okay, let's see what they'll come up with in the Euros. They'll be playing their first match on the 15th of June against no other team than the very powerful Switzerland. Very
Ah,
powerful Switzerland.
now you're talking about a joke,
Yeah.
a team that can destroy anybody.
They
We
can
can go
destroy anybody. They can go toe to
on
toe.
their
Remember the
day.
last time they were in the Euros, they knocked
They
out the
don't
French.
out us.
Yeah, they dumped out France on penalties. A
Yeah,
very strong team.
it's
A
not
team.
penalty. Was it
Yes,
not
on
penalty? They
penalties.
don't
Yes,
after
on
extra
penalties.
time.
I
It was
think it's
after
on
extra
penalties.
time.
No, it was on
Sweet.
penalties.
On penalty,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it
On
was on
penalty,
penalties. Yeah, yeah,
on penalty. Yeah. Remember that
yeah.
game that Karim Benzema scored? This was it twice in that encounter.
Twice in that game, yeah. But still,
Yeah,
it wasn't enough. In short, I think the game was even. We all thought that the French team has won the game. Then
yeah.
bang,
And then
then
that
bang
shot,
from nowhere, Switzerland.
Granovsky. Is it
eh,
Gravanovic? I can't forget the
Yeah,
name.
Gavanovic,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
yeah.
So
What a player he was. Yeah, what a
So
belter.
let's look at this side, this very powerful side. You still have the like of Granit Xhaka. I think for me had a fantastic season with Bayern Leverkusen. Scored stunners left, right, center in the 2024 season for Bayern Leverkusen. You have no other dependable defender than Emmanuel Akanji, so which I thought,
Akanji,
yeah,
Premier League winner.
yeah, Premier League winner. So if you look at the team entirely, though I think we could remember this team for because most of the players playing in this team, most of them have this Armenian descent. They are from Armenian descent, like of Zaka and others.
Yeah.
But when you look at this team, they are a very formidable team. So we cannot argue that
Look
with
at the
anybody.
team now. Jordan Shakiri, Manuel Akanji. You
Yeah.
can look at the goalkeeper, very good goalkeeper. I think they have the same goalkeeper from, was it I can't remember his name now. He keeps on being Inter Milan. I'm not mistaken.
Marvin Kleiser. Yeah, no. They have a goalkeeper from Borussia Dortmund,
Both of them,
Josh
Dortmund,
Kober,
yes,
and
Dortmund, Kobo,
it will be funny that Kober is not even the number one choice.
That's the funny part. That's the funny part,
No
man.
matter how good it was, he is. He's not the number one choice.
Right now, he should be. He's flying on all cylinder. The guy is having fantastic time. He's one of the best players in the Bundesliga. That's why they're having a very undermining season. The guy is an absolute genius, and that's why I feel that to be sincere with you, that this Switzerland team has got a squad that can hurt any team. Granit Xhaka did not have an amazing season. Please scratch that, listeners and viewers. He had a cracking and
Season.
immaculate season. The guy was on the top of his world. What a player that guy has been. So for me, it is what it is. I think kudos have to go to Switzerland and what they've done so far. They can hurt any team. See, they seem to every year they seem to produce one or two new players to add up to the experienced players that they've got, and then it seems they've got that channel of channeling new stars. So
Yeah.
with Jaka is vastly experienced, Jaran Shakiri is vastly experienced, Kobo, look at Emmanuel Akanji, the solid man in the midfield. Don't forgetting Brilliant Bolo. We all know what he's
Yeah,
done when
really, yes, yeah.
that's what a player he can be
You're
for them.
forgetting you're forgetting one man, one dependable left back. He played, and let me tell you where he played for.
Mm.
He played in Germany for Wolfsburg. But he currently plays in Torino in Italy now.
And Torino
And
are
let me
having a
let me,
good time.
yes, and let me tell you, he also played
Rodriguez,
in the
he played for
exactly.
Rodriguez.
He played
He
for
also played
Sweden
for
in the 2000 and, in the 2009 youth championship under 17.
yes.
He was in
He
that
also
team.
even played I think at some point he played for Inter Milan. I know he played for one top team. Or
One
yeah,
of
Inter
those teams,
Milan.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, one of
A
top
very
teams.
fantastic servant of. I think this should be his last
It
outing for
should
the
be.
team.
It should be. It's more
Yeah,
like a funny that national team. I think
exactly.
it's one of the people who started the rise of Switzerland football in national foot in
Exactly.
international football. So I think it's good with set pieces, free kicks, corner kicks, very fantastic. And it has a
So
wonderful.
I just think that this team will be very difficult to crack. They have Fabian Schär in their defense as well from Newcastle.
Share from
Um,
Newcastle. Yeah.
yes, they have Cedric Zeger from Wolfsburg. They have two players from Bologna, Michael Apice and Roman Federer. Not Roger Federer, but Roman Federer. Please take note of
And
that, please.
don't forget that Bologna is having a fantastic. They're playing Champions League football coming next
Yes, they
season.
had. So
So
these two players also had a fantastic season as well. So
exactly, it'll be a good fun coming into this one
yeah,
as well. So,
yeah.
come on, man, brace up. Barcelona football is on the rise. That's why I said this group is a crazy group. I want from Germany, who I think will just sneak in to the round because of the host right. If not, I would have said, forget it. It's evenly matched. Anybody can qualify. It's now boils down to who now sneaks in a second place team. Come on, I believe it's Scotland, Hungary, or Switzerland. Germany may not even
Okay,
top the group. But I don't think they may not even top the group. Let's not even go and give it to Uru. But I'm just saying they will just find a way to sneak in as a host to the next round of the competition.
okay. No, so finally it's prediction time. Give
Wow.
me the three teams that will qualify for this group.
Three teams,
Yes, I just need three teams that will qualify for this group.
but only two can qualify.
No, three can qualify based on, because there are six groups. Six groups.
Based on best losers, right?
Yes,
Okay.
based on best losers. Yeah.
Wow. Germany, Switzerland, Scotland.
Germany, Switzerland, Scotland. I'll hold you by your words. Germany, Switzerland, Scotland. I'll hold you by your words at the end of the day. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of the show for Group A of the European Championship 2024. So it's nice having you on this show today, and we'll continue to do this show with Group B, hopefully by tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Like
you
I
so
said,
much.
thank you very much. The countdown continues. Like I counted down to the biggest showbiz in European
Yeah,
football.
it will be
I
on the
think so
it will be on the 14th. Yeah.
they should sit back and relax. Listen, our viewers, subscribers, sit back because we're going to bring you all the nitty gritty, in depth analysis,
Yes,
all
all
the
of the
stories behind the
match by
stories.
match. Yes, match
Exactly.
by match.
Yes,
Yes, just as we
exactly.
did the Nations Cup. This is what the same thing we'll do with the Euros.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll see you when we see you. Don't forget to subscribe to Fancy Football, hit the notification bell, like and share our videos, and help Fancy Football grow.